In the White House, where President Trump played through on the North Lawn this morning. The president using some pretty pointed language to keep up his attack on some current and former members of the FBI following the release of the Inspector General report on the Clinton email investigation. That was part of a wide-ranging, off-the-cuff interview here on Fox this morning. Correspondent Kevin Corke is at the White House tonight to show us. Good evening, Kevin.
Good evening, my friend. The president's penchant for the unpredictable, shall we say, taken to a whole new level this morning, Brett, as he engaged journalists in a pretty spirited conversation right here on the North Lawn, and then quickly made news that traveled around the globe.
You go into the FBI and take a poll of the real FBI, not the scum on top, not Comey and that group of people that are total thieves.
It was as freewheeling and bombastic as it was remarkable. President Trump today held an impromptu news conference on the White House North Lawn, following a lengthy exclusive interview with Fox and Friends. While the conversation covered a wide range of topics from North Korea to the economy, Mr. Trump zeroed in on yesterday's release of the bombshell Inspector General report on the Clinton email investigation.
I think that the report yesterday, maybe more importantly than anything, it totally exonerates me. There was no collusion. There was no obstruction. And if you read the report, you'll see that.
While the report did not exonerate the president, it did criticize former FBI Director Jim Comey, saying he'd been insubordinate during the probe and deviated from well-established department policies.
I think that James Comey was unfair to the people of this country. I think what he did was a disgrace. I think he goes down as the worst FBI director in history by far.
The president also vented about the one-time lead investigator of both the Clinton and Russia inquiries, Peter Strzok, the discredited FBI agent whose behavior the Inspector General concluded was biased and antithetical to the core values of the FBI and DOJ.
Peter Strzok should have been fired a long time ago, and others should have been fired.
Later, almost in passing, the president made what amounted to a major announcement about the U.S.'s largest trading partner, China.
We're putting tariffs on $50 billion worth of technology and other things because we have to, because we've been treated very unfairly.
The Trump administration hit Beijing with a steep 25% tariff on $50 billion in goods. Retaliation, said the president, for unfair trade practices. That drew the support of New York Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer, who called the president's actions on China on the money, calling them our real trade enemy. Beijing vowed to fight back.
If the U.S. takes unilateral and protectionist measures that harm China's interests, we will immediately respond and take necessary measures to defend our legitimate rights and interests.
Also getting the president's attention today, although perhaps unwanted attention, was his EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt, the subject of numerous ongoing investigations and controversies, including a report in today's Washington Post that an energy PR executive helped him score Rose Bowl tickets.
I'm looking at Scott, and Scott's done a fantastic job at EPA, but
you don't see any problems with his
I'm not happy about certain things. I'll be honest.
The embattled EPA chief under fire for allegedly wasting taxpayer money and violating ethics standards, as well as asking some government employees, Brett, to run personal errands. But at this point, he still has the support of the president himself. Brett?
Kevin Corke live on the North Lawn. Kevin, thanks.